I particularly liked the metaphor of the vampire because, first of all, I was reading Anne Rice at the time, who was a very interesting person in her own right. And she was writing about Lestat, who was a very complicated person. And Lestat, you may recall, first of all, was in a problematic position. His problematic position interested me. He was outside of time, and he looked into time at mortals, at transients, people who lived a short while and then died. And he could bite them, and by biting them, by exchanging blood, he gave them eternal life. He took them out of time. Now, there you have an interesting metaphor. You have, instead of having, well, all right, let's not go there. Let's go here. You've got humans who are fixed in place. Our society tries to fix us in place in a number of different ways. Because society works naturally to try to fix you in place. I had a technical term for that, but that's of no consequence here. It happens in a lot of different ways. It happens by databases that record your social security number, your address, your telephone number, your height, your weight, your skin color, your name. All of those things are ways of fixing you in place. They make sure that the government knows who you are and, more importantly, where you are. Well, those are ways of fixing you in place in space. You have a fixed address. You have a fixed body. But you're also fixed in place in time, in that you go from day 0 to day N, whatever it is, at which point you die, and that's the end of it. That's how you're fixed in time. Now here's this guy with the teeth. He has the power to free you from that, to free you from being transfixed by the arrow of time, and to take you into his world of infinite possibility, infinite life. So what about the trans vampire? The person who bites you and infects you with the power to move, not through time, but through person, through space, through being, through identity, in different ways. And the nice thing about the vampire is that the vampire is also about infection. It's about dirt. It's about mixing. Mixing is something that our society abhors. Everything has to be very clear, very defined, very different. And what my vampire wants to do is knock the props out from under that, to destroy that virally through infecting you, through bringing you that dirt, that filth, that slime that goes with no boundaries. It's a metaphor, slime and dirt. It's a metaphor for the way we go out in the world and try to change society by ending those boundaries, by making space for difference, and not just this kind of difference, but this kind of difference, smooth difference, when you can flow from one thing to another, from one identity or one episteme to another, when you can bring up some interesting, brilliant, exciting, new way of being and put it on like a skin and wear it for the day and then take it off and hang it in a closet and pick out another one and put that one on. That's what my vampire is all about. He's about that kind of change. He's about nastiness and dirtiness. And he's about being outside of time and identity. I can't take you outside of time, but I sure as hell can take you outside of identity. And so can you to anyone around you. That's what the vampire is about. Thank you.